Hello guys, I hope you are all fine. So we discussed in previous video module 4 for the part 2, and in this video we will be looking the module 4 part 3 section 1, section 2 and section 3. So module 4 interview responsibilities professionally, part 3 process of during the interview, section 1 about of process of during the interview communication, section 2 flowchart of process of during the interview round, section 3 explanation of flowchart on interview process directions. So in this video, we look into that module 4, part 3, section 1, section 2, section 3. So we'll move to the next slide. Part 3, process of during the interview, section 1, about of process of during the interview communication. The candidate will first remember to eye contact properly with the two interview panel during entry into the room. This is a first level impression was noticed by the interviewer. The attention to body language and eye contact activities to be smooth to communicate with the interview panel. The listening capabilities should be more active to answer the question correctly to the panel. If the candidate has not impressed the first level of sight with the better approach, then it may be rejected the candidate by the panel. Eye contact should not be forced to see anything, particularly something to ignore someone badly. The candidate's behavior and way of talking also impressed the interviewer panel to select the round test. So section 1 is talks about the first impression is the last impression. So it is talking about the mainly eye contacting and body language to be proper communicated to the interview panel, because in the first glance the interview panel will be noticing to the candidate the behavior and the way of standing, the way of eye contacting, and the body language will be evaluated by the interview panel. So we'll move to the next slide for the section 2. Section 2 flowchart of process of during the interview round. So this is a flow chart. It shows that how the candidates go and reach to the interview panel with the better communication. Here the candidate first will enter a room and he will do the proper eye contact with the interviewer panel. Section 3 is about explanation of flowchart on interview process directions. The candidate first enters the room panel. He will do eye contact properly and will wait for their input. If the panel is telling to sit, then the candidate will sit on the chair with the saying, "Thank you." This discipline impresses the interviewer, and you will be sitting in the chair in a calm and cool manner. While entering the room panel, their body movement should be proper and there should not be an extra ordinal distractions from the body movement. The perfection should display from body language and face recognition, postures, movement towards the interview panel. So section 3 is mainly talking about the precautions should be taken during the interview by the candidate. Mainly it focus on the posture and body movement at the time of interview round. So the posture should be not be rigid or it should not be feared or it should not be very tight. It should not be forced to look anyone intentionally. So these are the precautions should be very careful by the candidate during the attending the interview. We'll move to the next slide. So in this module 4 part 3, we have covered the module 4 interview responsibilities professionally. Part 3 process of during the interview. Section 1 we have covered and discussed about a process of during the interview communication. Section 2 we have completed flowchart of process of during the interview round. Section 3 we have covered in this video explanation of flowchart on interview process direction. So in this video, we have covered module 4, part 3, section 1, section 2, and section 3. So in the next video, we'll be looking the module 5 of the part 1 section. Thank you.